Hello everyone, welcome to our weekly Tongren session. For people that are new, this is a distance healing technique which I'm able to do from here, and I'm able to send healing energy similar to prayer, Reiki, and other things, but we are actually very much more specific. In fact, if you're watching me from a social media page, put in the comment of your choice or your own request. If you're on my website here, you can put your choice in the minute chat as well. So we're going to begin right now. Ideally, sit with your feet flat on the floor, palms face up, and just receive the healing energy and put in your requests so we can help you out. Thanks very much. Let's begin. So blood flow to the brain. We have less prostate and bone cancer, Lucy, SIBO, and histamines. And Gartor as well. So let's focus on less. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem. And for those people that are new, this is just a tool to focus our mind. It's not about the tool, it's about our mind. Blood flow, nerve flow to the entire spine. Our main target area and focal point. T1 to T8 inflammation for Lucy and Les both. L3 for the prostate. T5, 6, and 7 for the spine and spinal surgery. T1 for the bones. T11, T12. L4, L5 for the microbiome. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And let's work with Gartor and Chris. The flow to the brain. Complex tear of the posterior horn, body and interior horn of the medial, internal, or the inside, meniscus of both knees. How did it happen to both knees? Wow, how did that happen? Sleep apnea, I would use sleep tape. Enlarged prostate. BPH. Crystal Star prostate support would be my first recommendation. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem. T1 to T8. Sleep apnea, C3, C4, C5. Sleep tape, we'll take care of that. It's about breathing through the nose when you sleep. T1 to T8, inflammation and ascites. Endometrium and peritoneum, the area of the gut and below the gut. L1 to L5. Low red blood count. T9 right side of the liver. Upper right-sided pain towards the back. Could be referred pain from the liver cancer. So T3 for the lungs, T9 for the liver. Let's repeat that. T3 for the lungs, T9 for the liver. Gentle explorer. Now let's work on the knees. For Gartor, lumbosacral plexus. Blood flow, which is T7, nerve flow, lumbosacral plexus. L3 for the prostate. And then coming down to the knees, bladder 54. And the medial meniscus, both knees. The outer point of both knees. And liver 3 and kidney 1. An extra for cancer for everyone, phrenic nerve, lung 1, lung 2, CV17. And grounding. liver 3, and kidney 1. Roy, and where are you? Look, this is not the Dell that I know. This is a different. Are you Dell from the UK? Okay, Roy Dell, I see you on Facebook. Please tap for my lower back, hips, and legs. You're welcome. So let's do that right away. Then we will work with Mumashari. Blood flow to the brain. And then more to the brain and brainstem. And Ferris, we don't want to skip Ferris. My apologies. I see where you are. C3 for the eyes, Ferris is mom. GB13 for Laura. C3 for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes. Blood flow, facial artery for the eyes. And for arrhythmia, balancing the sensory cortex, motor cortex of the brain. and parts of the brain stem, including GB17, for stability working. Perfect blood, that would be the bone marrow, T1, and the craniosacral fluid, rhythm. T1 to T8 again, strong immune system. C1, 2, and 3 again for calm, worry-free mind. TV20 and 22 for hormone balancing. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1, but let's work some more for Del. Oh, it is you. Okay. I thought you had a different spelling, but I didn't think it was likely that it would be that close. So, but same hips, so therefore I know. Okay. Let me move a little bit over here, actually. Lower back, hips, and legs. Let's do that specifically. T7 blood flow. Lower body. L1 to L5. L1 to L5, the lumbosacral plexus for the legs. Ouch point for the legs, the hips. Hip to hip. And I'm doing fine, Del. CV4, charge the battery in the area, the lower back, hips, and legs as well. And grounding for the 3 and 21. Instagram is no longer an option for us. They increased the number of required followers too high for us to get Instagram anymore. Videos, anyway. So next we have Edna and Tracy. Let's look to the brain. Weak left arm. So lumbosacral plexus. Down to the left arm and hand and leg. So lumbosacral plexus to the arms and hands. brachial plexus to the arms, lumbosacral plexus to the left leg and foot. Have you seen any improvements? And the outer point in the left leg and feet, especially top foot, lumbosacral plexus. Wheatgrass balm would be a good option for your feet. Super balm. Also the right ankle, lumbosacral plexus to the right ankle. Chiropractor would be a good option. Make sure the structure and the angles and the pressures are good while walking and moving. T3, 4, and 5 for the vocal cords. The heart, the throat chakra as well. GV17 for vertigo. T1 to T8 for MS. And there we go. T1 to T8, inflammation. And vertigo, GV17. And for the thyroid, GV20, 22 the pituitary, hypothalamus, and then C6, C7, thyroid, and parathyroid. New information, T1 and T8. And how's everybody doing? So you can all check in as much as possible. Let's see if anybody's checking in. Jim's blood level 9.4 needs more. PSA down 200 points. Woo! Now 690. Knees somewhat better. Yay, baby Lee. Baby Lee, whom you tap for developmental delays, is now jabbering and taking steps. Yay, baby Lee. Everybody together. Yay, baby Lee. Emily C. has been able to reduce some of her pain meds. Some of her numbers are improving. She didn't remember exact values and can eat some food occasionally. Great to hear that. And let's continue. Did the thyroid next. We will work with Edna and the hole in your granddaughter's heart, and rickets for Tracy and more. So let's continue. Growth hormone for the heart. Growth hormone. T5, T6 for the heart. And CV17 for the heart as well. Dantian. Hopefully you all can hear me okay. And I sit back so you can see my hands. And Tracy, you are guest 305. 34675. These sound like Borg assignments, but I don't think we have any Borg here. If we do, let me know. And for the heart again, T5. And CV17. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. So next we have Tracy and Passionate Fan. Jesse, oh Jess, alright, okay. Blood flow to the brain. Rickets, so that would be bone density. And it goes to the brain and brainstem. Growth hormone for the rickets, and there are specific bone growing components, even of SEACT. Good intestinal motility. Oxy powder will help with that tremendously. Or Cascara Sagrada, 5 days on, 2 days off. And do you also have constipation or just slow intestinal motility? Okay, one for the bones. Kidney is also command area for the bones in Chinese medicine. L2, L3. So L1, 2, and 3, adrenals and kidneys. Let's not forget kidney health, L2. Hormone balancing, GB20, 22. T1 to T8, immune boosts for Tracy. And let's do that transical fluid for everyone. And let's see if we have any other notes from anyone around. And let's check. I'll check my text as well. Sometimes people pop in. Okay. And let's just see. We did tap. Next, we will tap the lymphoma. Jess, I did not skip you. We won't. Yes, for the Dr. Wheatgrass, it says here, Dr. Wheatgrass that I mentioned is great aid for bones, nutrition, nerves as well, and that'll work. And you're welcome, Tracy. For the bones, the precursor to all bones is silica. The product I recommend is called liquid silica, developed in the 60s from I think a French chemist, just to create extremely absorbable silica from horsetail herb. And Rachel Luna, the RLR group, lung health and laryngitis. Yep, and we will be there. And Rachel, I spoke with a researcher, scientist from Argentina this afternoon, and he also had some recommendations as well, and they make a lot of sense. And next we will work with Passionate Fan Lymphoma and Sunny Gem. Blood flow to the brain. So you may wonder, but we always initialize the brain command points. By the way, for people in the community, next Tuesday we have our live session, which we do alternating live sessions and Q&A sessions for people wanting to know about Tongren or join the community or get training. If people are interested in the live session in the community in general, let me know. Tongren community, we probably have 10 or 15 training videos so far. By the way, we're also doing podcasts. blogs, and product reviews in the community as well. All the things that I recommend, the scientific review of all of them. Command points to the brain and brainstem. Lymphoma. Where is the lymphoma located? So let's work on the lymph. T3, T7. In the community, there's a lymph expert that I recommend. For lymph, I also recommend rebounding. T3 for the lymph, T7 for the spleen and the lymph, and 6-part lymph drainage for Mamashari and others. So the sky window lymph, axillary lymph for Peshnik Fan, inguinal lymph for Jess. And continuing down, liver 3 and kidney 1. Axillary lymph, inguinal lymph, and lymphatic duct for Jess. And next we have Sunny Gem. And how are you doing, Adele? How's the ride? I think you're on the train. Detox from mold, I would recommend clay, charcoal, SEACT. Okay, let's go to the brain. T1 to T8, detox. T1 to T8, T3 for the lungs for detoxing as well, T3, C3, sinus, T3, lung, T1 to T8 infections, T9 for liver. We'll definitely get some testing, see how we're doing on that. Binders, and binders. Sunny Gem. Bind to things and remove them. Tooth issues, C3, 4, and 5. ouch point for the teeth. Can you give me more detail on which tooth issues you're discussing? And down. Lower dantian, CV4. Grounding number 3 and kidney 1. Woohoo! Thyroid health, lymph node health, and lung health. You're welcome. Thrilled creation. And let's just do a double check on social media. Someone has. And almost home. Saturday evening. Traveling to mom. Okay. Tapping tonight. You can feel the relief already. Happy to do it, Adele. It's great. So let's work for filled or thrilled creation. Let's go to the brain. Command points of the brain and brain stem, especially thyroid, parathyroid support from the hypothalamus and pituitary. And then blood flow, nerve flow, T3, T7 for the lymph nodes. Which lymph nodes are you speaking of? Presuming that's in the arms. So axillary lymph. Lung health, T3 for the lungs. And coming down, T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. L3 for the prostate for peaceful person. L3 for the prostate and CV4 for the prostate as well. So I have a Twina workshop coming up August 30. There is an event in Vermont tomorrow, a 3-day event, and I will be working at that. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay, let's check social media. All right, Dell. I'm glad I can help. So, peaceful person, we worked on prostate. Next, we work more on prostate, radiant pioneer. Joy, Emily C, and Terry. This tea, I spent over an hour, it might have been 2 hours, with a researcher, scientist, doctor, who has done extensive research into SEAC tea, the 8-herb formula, which gives me even more confidence in it, even for things beyond cancer. Blood flow to the brain. Make a quick note of something. Blood flow, nerve flow. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation. Bones, bones, bones for radiant pioneer. Sacrum T1 and right shoulder. Anemia because of the bone marrow. So we'll work on craniosacral fluid. That would be another recommendation. And GP17 for high blood pressure. Vagus nerve for stress. Vagus nerve is the relaxation response. L3 for the prostate and ovaries for Jim and Emily. And lung, liver aid to digestion. So T3 for the lungs, T8 pancreatic, pancreatic enzymes for digestion. T9 right side for liver. Again, C3, L3 rather, prostate for Jim, ovarian cancer for Emily. Hessiac tea and bloodroot black salve. That combination I highly recommend. And lumbosacral plexus for the knees, Terry. What type diabetes is it, Terry, as well? T4 for the skin, dermatitis, basis. Lumbosacral plexus for the knees. Bladder 54 for the knees. And the ouch point, the area of the knees, and stomach 36. And liver 3 and kidney 1. Neck lymph flows, thank you. Type 2 diabetes. So a direct question to you, Radiant Power. Have you ever tried a dietary change to prevent insulin resistance? I also found out today that the Essiac tea cleans out glucose receptors, increases insulin sensitivity, reduces insulin resistance, as well as being a cancer herb. So neck lymph nodes. You chewed some ice several weeks ago, like everyone has. You have severe MCS. What is that? So one thing you can think about for your teeth, they now have these gummies, which have hydroxyapatite for rebuilding the teeth directly. So I would highly recommend that. And of course, bone building, like bone builder kit, liquid silica, those types of things. Okay, so let's all right, next we work with Excited Earthling and Radiant Pioneer. Of course, they know each other. And let me just check one quick thing. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain. So pancreas insufficiency, so that's T8. So T3 for the lung health. L1, L2 for the lung health as well from Chinese medicine points. So different areas for exciting Earthling. T3 for the lungs and T8 pancreas insufficiency. So if the pancreas insufficiency is caused by environmental poisoning, I highly recommend detoxing with clay and charcoal. Emily C. has been able to reduce some of her meds. Some of her numbers are improving. Continue. Keep to the basics, everyone. Fermented foods, bitter herbs, sea vegetables, no processed foods. Jim D, PSA down 200 points, now 690, moving in the right direction. Baby Lee, who we tapped for developmental delays, is now jabbering. So let's do a little bit for Baby Lee again. And Rachel, Luna, and Rio, all three. 3 for the price of 1. So we work for Baby Lee. Broca and Wernicke areas of the brain. And now work for Rachel, Luna, and Rio. T3 for the lungs. Laryngitis, C3, 4, and 5. So if Wednesday works, let me know. You may have already done that. So if we take Rachel, Luna, and Rio, take all of those letters, it will spell a famous European. T3 for the lungs, and then a complete lung workup area. And CV17 to open all the lung areas. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Okay. And let's go back to see if we have any additional social media places. And let's work for Sonia Gem additionally for the teeth and throat creation, lymph nodes. C3, 4, and 5. The neck lymph nodes, sky window. Let's work on that. Oh, MTS. Yes, we talked about it before, Radiant Pioneer. You've made some dietary changes, which is great. You must keep your fat intake to around 10 to 20% max. And healthy fats, omega-3 fats. That's the trick. AODM, adult onset diabetes mellitus. Got it. It is reversible through diet, for sure. MCS, multiple chemical sensitivities. Michelangelo. Looks like it. Is it? There's no R. Michelangelo. I wonder what his middle name was. But I would say, yes, you win. Okay, so we have covered everyone. And good to see you, Del, and everyone else. So let's do some Qigong. So in terms of a dentist, coconut swishing for the calcium, and then gummies for the hydroxyapatite to rebuild your teeth. Multiple chemical sensitivities would be clay and charcoal as binders to remove the chemicals that are basically saturating your body. Therefore, anything above that saturation rate, even at a small dose, will trigger sensitivities. "75% of teeth that have been told by dentists need fillings do not need fillings. The teeth, like everything else in the body, will regenerate. The teeth are not the only place that stop regenerating. Our bones don't stop, our skin doesn't stop. Why our teeth? It's a myth. But they need resources: hydroxyapatite, vitamin C, calcium, silica. Okay. And let's finish up. Let me know if anyone has interest in. You did great. Michelangelo it is. You're welcome, Chris, and welcome to, thank you for everyone. And we'll clear the space. Okay. Thank you for your time. Feeling the chi. Great. Happy Mama. Great to see you, everyone. And let me do one final check. We are no longer on Instagram at this time. Instagram has raised the bar too high for us. You have to have so many viewers, followers to get video. I don't have that. So therefore, we are no longer on live streaming from Instagram. And the other thing is, have people streamed our session on Tongren Station before? Let me know if that's true as well. Knees, stasis, dermatitis, and diabetes, we got that. And anything else? Qi and Gong, wonderful. YouTube, good. Thank you for checking in on this. The media are changing every day. So I'm on YouTube, Tongren Healer on Facebook, Tongren Academy on Facebook, Anusara Wellness on Facebook, and on my page here. And we're looking to get back on Tongren Station live stream. We reached out today and get on Tongren Station directly. We are listed, but we're not presented in terms of the video. Everyone take a deep breath. Breathe in. Count to 4. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Count to 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great day. Blessings to all of you. And Renee, good to see you. Good to see you, Roy. Roy, do you use SEIT in your practice? Does anyone use SEIT in their practice?